games, he has touchdown, running, and passing the most through 6 games in any game in NFL history. This is more about the Seattle Seahawks, who they face next week. Look, guys, if you want to contend, you have to load the box and double D-Hop. That's what you do. You gotta eliminate these guys from running the ball. This Kyler Murray is dangerous. You cannot allow him to continue to make NFL history. Let's get it done, guys.
All right.
Brandon's all in on the Hawks. All in.
The Washed King.
LeBron posted a picture on his Instagram with the hashtag Washed King, and he clarified Super Washed King. LeBron made up Washed King. No one said he was washed. Nobody. He made
I was hearing it
as fuel.
I was hearing it.
And he's remember when he tried to trademark Taco Tuesday? That's not his. He should trademark Washed King because it's his thing. And then just as an added bonus of insanity, No Chill Gilbert Arenas, our old friend. His comment was, washed with that champagne. Yeah, that's the whole point, Gilbert. We know. That's what he was saying. I don't need it pointed out to me that he's talking about like Gilbert Arenas thinks he's like shedding light on the situation.
Little double entendre.
Dude, that's what
for
he's
LeBron.
saying.
That's so good. All right, Josh Allen struggles.
Yeah, no, listen, I just, in case people were, West Coast crowd, they were maybe still at work, people that didn't know there was a double Monday Night Football doubleheader, I just want them to see what an MVP quarterback throws look like. I mean, look at these dimes he's dropping. Look at the pinpoint accuracy. Look at a guy whose team has to go get in field goal range to have a chance to throw passes like that. I mean, this is just, that one, look at that. If not for the defensive lineman in his face, that could have also landed at a receiver's feet. This is a man who I was told is a good bet at 15-1 to win the league MVP. That's all. Just a reminder. That's all.
All right. Little service announcement there. All right, well, one of the darlings to come out of the NBA bubble with the Portland Trailblazers, and one of the darlings of the Blazers besides Dame was Carmelo Anthony. Quieted all the naysayers, came all the way back, made a nice deep playoff run, and whether he plays for the Blazers again next year or whether Chris Paul signs with the Knicks and he comes here and plays in New York with Leon Rose, whatever happens, as long as he comes back in game shape, not in amazing shape, but in game shape. Oh, how you doing, Carmelo? This is from this week. Carmelo Anthony working out in a gym, doing his thing. And I know what you're thinking. He's holding his breath then to let the abs pop, because we all do that when we're posing for pictures like this. I don't care. Wherever at age 36 Carmelo Anthony goes, I will be right there, buddy, because I know how hard it is to have a washboard ab look just like that. I love you, Carmelo. I'm happy with what you're doing, buddy.
Look at that.
All right. We talked about he looks good, remember? The late game last night, Cowboys hosting the Cardinals, and this was all Arizona from the word go. Ezekiel Elliott fumbled twice in the first half, paving the way for the Cardinals to jump out to a 21-0 lead before the break. Andy Dalton threw 2 second-half interceptions, and that killed any chance of a comeback. Your Dallas Cowboys dropping to 2-4. Here's Ezekiel Elliott on what went wrong.
Honestly, I don't think it really was much of what they did. I think it was me. I'm supposed to be a guy this team can rely on. I'm supposed to be a guy that this team can lean on when times get rough, and I just wasn't that today. I got us started off to a terrible start. The defense were playing well, but I killed our momentum. 2 fumbles. I can't do that. I can't.
All right, so Brandon, let me start with you. The Cowboys, they turn the ball over 4 times. They lose the game. They're still in first place, though, in the NFC East. You think Zeke and Dalton together can still carry this team to the playoffs?
Look, let's be honest. They stink. They absolutely stink.
Thank you.
I mean, can they? Yes, but I don't think they get it done. Week 1, we came in here and we had a segment about overreactions, and I said, look, we can't overreact on the Dallas Cowboys. The 2 things that they need to clean up is eliminating the big play and also not turning the ball over. I said, come week 4, week 5, these trends become who they are, their identity. And they showed us last night exactly who they are. Ezekiel Elliott turning it over twice last night. That's 5 on the season. That's 3 more than any other running back this year. You are counting on this guy to lead the way, and he hasn't done that. They can't stop anybody on defense. They continue to turn the ball over. I said it before. Ball security is job security, yours and mine. Okay, let me say that one more time. Ball security is job security, yours and mine, because it's that important. If you turn the ball over, people get fired. Point blank, period. That's it. So for that reason, they're out of it. When they face the Philadelphia Eagles head-to-head, I believe the Philadelphia Eagles beat them twice, and they win a division.
All right, so I'm not going to say the Cowboys can't or won't win the division. I am going to say this. I don't care if they win the division. Oh. They're awful. This is a terrible team. The NFL does this mind meld thing with acting like winning the division is inherently great. Usually it is. Sometimes it's not. There's 8 divisions in the NFL. In 6 of them, the Cowboys would be in 4th or 5th place. The NFC West, they're worse than all the teams in it. They'd be worse than last place. You'd have to create a place for them because it's 4-team divisions. The Cowboys just happen to fortunately be in a division where one team starts, Danny drops, the other team is rebuilding in Washington, and Philadelphia has had their entire team, except for their center and their quarterback, knocked out due to injury. So Dallas limping along, dropping balls on the ground, having the worst turnover margin, the most turnovers, and the worst defense in football. They're like, well, we're still in the hunt. 6 wins probably gets it done. That is not something to be congratulated about. Dalton looked a hell of a lot like Andy Dalton tends to look, except for the one magical season. Zeke, I've never seen it before, Wilds, has the yips as a running back. The last time I can remember something like this is Tiki Barber, but then Tiki changed the way he held the ball, but it didn't come out of nowhere with Tiki. And you got your highest paid guys no-showing. DeMarcus Lawrence, no-show. Amari Cooper, no-show until garbage time. I mean, everything about this team right now screams a bad, irrelevant football team. But they're the nation's most popular team, and they happen to play in a division that right now would struggle to win the SEC West. So because of that, we discuss them. But they're a bad team. Sure, they can win the NFC East. Congrats. You'll get 30 balled in the first round of the playoffs by a good team, the best wild card team in the NFC, and you'll be done.
Don't you view these mistakes, though, just to play devil's advocate, Jenna, don't you view these mistakes as one-off mistakes, though? Like Zeke couldn't hold on to the ball. All right, he kind of just gave the second one up. That is not a systemic issue.
A couple weeks ago, he was
I used to think that.
Just stand by. Michael Gallup, the ball bounced out. He can catch the ball. He can. The second interception that Andy Dalton threw, I like to think it's karmic retribution for the wet Nerf ball that he threw in the first quarter. But that was obviously a pass interference. So I think if there's any silver lining here, it's that these mistakes are very easily fixable. I'm going to talk about the defense. Defense played all right. But there's tiny mistakes. They got to catch the ball, got to hold on to the ball. All right, and get a good call, and the game's different.
I could buy that these are one-off mistakes. Let me go into your lane a bit, Wilds, the analogy world. Right when I moved to New York City, within 3 weeks, my beloved, wonderful, amazing wife got in a little fender bender. I was like, it's New York. It's her first time driving. It's not going to happen again. We'd been here 3 months, and it happened 2 more times. And I was like, oh, this might be a problem. I can't just say this is a one-off. If we're averaging 1 fender bender a month, maybe driving in New York City is going to be a little tougher. We're now a third of the way through the season. And Brandon, every week it's turnovers. Every week it's turnovers, and every week some receiver is running butt naked open down the field for a touchdown. So this is just who you are.
That's right.
I mean, at this point, Jenna, this just is who the Cowboys are, Jenna.
So, all right, so Brandon, if you look at this team, what they've done wrong on defense, and after last night, what they've done wrong on offense, are you more worried about what they're doing offensively or defensively?
Defensively, 100%. You got to start there. I mean, when you don't have good players, you can't win games. Offensively, they're really good, actually. They just turn the ball over. I know you're talking about Andy Dalton. Can he get in the rhythm? Can he not get in the rhythm? Is he good? Is he not good? We had one magical year. But Andy Dalton with those weapons can get it done. Just don't turn the ball over, okay? Those are things that you can control. On the other side of the ball, you can't control having bad players. They don't have guys that can do this, run the simplest of defenses, cover 3 quarters. They don't understand the responsibilities. And then obviously there's still effort issues. I saw a few plays last night where guys looked like they were literally running in quicksand. I don't know if they're out of shape or if they're just not trying, but this is bad.
You know what my favorite part of the game though was, Nick? At the end of the first half, when there was a skirmish, and the broadcasters are using this as a highlight for the Cowboys, even though once we saw the replay, it's actually the Cowboys guy getting pancaked. So and it was like, you know what? This is the fire we need to see. Like, oh boy, you know you're in a bad spot when the highlight of the game is a special team skirmish that you probably lost.
Well, and it's just the Cowboys every week have multiple mistakes that would be, for a normal team, the single back-breaking mistake that flipped the game. And by that I mean, like, your team's playing well and your running back fumbles. Well, that